Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to another video, and today we are going to be doing my game week 1 Premier League prediction. So we're going to go through every single game and we're going to predict each score for each game, go through the teams and etc. So if you do go on to like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more of these predictions. We're going to be making our Premier League predictions tomorrow hopefully, so make sure to subscribe to see that too. So we can get straight into it with the first game. So the first game is the Friday evening kickoff tomorrow. As I'm recording this, I don't know whether it comes out Thursday or Friday. It is Brentford versus Arsenal. Brentford's first ever Premier League game, and they have got a tough one against Arsenal. Nuno Tavares and Lokonga are the two Arsenal signings. Not sure if they're going to play. Probably Tierney. I don't think either of them will start, so it's probably just going to be their usual team that finished 8th the last 2 seasons. For Brentford, they've got a new centre-back, Azure from Celtic. I've heard good things about him. And then Onyeka signed the other day from Midtjylland in the Danish league, I believe. I haven't watched him before. I may have done the Liverpool last year in the Champions League, I can't remember. But I think this will be a close game, to be fair. I think first game of the season it will be good. I'm going to back Arsenal just because obviously they're the better team on paper. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Arsenal. I forgot about Ben White as well. He's on 15 million. I don't know why that wasn't featured there. But it's mainly their attack, Arsenal, where they're lacking last season. Their defence was fine. Adding Ben White to that will obviously help. I'm going to back a 2-1 Arsenal win though. Lacazette to score, Pepe to score, and I'm not sure for Brentford. Maybe Mbwana if he plays. So next game is Manchester United versus Leeds United, and I am worried for, as a City fan this season, I think Man United could win a couple trophies, maybe even the Premier League this year. Sancho and Varane coming in. I don't think Varane will play Saturday, but I think Sancho will. He'll probably have a good game. As for Leeds, they signed Firpo as a Alioski replacement. I've heard on Fantasy Premier League I saw he had like a chance of being injured, so hopefully he's not. Jack Harris on a permanent deal as well from us. Great player last season, and I think honestly I'm going to back Leeds for this one. Man United started the season usually have a poor start. They had it against Palace last season where they lost at Old Trafford. I'm going to back Leeds for a 2-1 win. Bamford and Rafinha to score. And I don't really care if United maybe a Greenwood if he starts. This game is an interesting one. Everton v Southampton. Rafa Benitez, his first Everton game, former Liverpool manager, so that's going to be interesting. Signings, Andros Townsend, Begovic and Demarai Gray. I don't know if any of them are going to start realistically for them. Good squad depth though, I guess, for the two wingers. As for Southampton, Theo Walcott, former Everton players, I think signed on a permanent deal now. They've also signed Adam Armstrong from Blackburn, very good striker, watch out for him. Obviously in the Championship, but obviously played in a pretty poor defensively Blackburn side which let him down, so I think he'll have a very good season this season. They've also signed new left backs to replace Ryan Bertrand. A few Chelsea youngsters as well on loan, so this could be an interesting game. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go with a 1-1. I think Armstrong will get a goal if he starts, and also Calvert-Lewin I'll back to score a goal. Next up is Watford versus Aston Villa. Watford's first game back in the Premier League after getting relegated the other year, and they have signed a lot of players. Danny Rose, lots of experience there. Joshua King, Dennis from Club Brugge, I heard good things about him. Kutschka, there's quite a lot of players they've signed. Lots of experienced players as well, so we'll see how they do. As for Villa, what a window they've had. Despite losing their best player in Grealish, they have spent the money very well on Buendia, Leon Bailey, Ashley Young on a free, Danny Ings, Twanzebe. Great transfer window from them. I think Grealish is obviously a big loss, but bringing in Danny Ings, Buendia and Leon Bailey to replace is absolutely fantastic business. I'm going to back Villa for a 3-1 win. I think Buendia and Watkins, if he plays, will score, and then I'll back, I don't really know who else to score, maybe McGinn. And then for Watford we'll go with a penalty for Troy Deeney if he's on the pitch. Next up is Burnley Brighton. Neither team have signed anyone except Brighton, who signed a young player. I can't remember his name. I can check now. It is Mwepa from Salzburg. I think he's a striker. Obviously, he had a striker issue with expected goals and stuff not being that great. So maybe he could help. I haven't watched him at Salzburg before, so I wouldn't know. Burnley haven't signed anyone. They never do, really. Obviously, yeah, Ben White is a big loss for them. Great defender. But they still have the likes of Lewis Dunk. Lamptey's injured as well, so obviously Brighton not looking great for this game, but I'll back them to get a point. I think it'll be a 0-0 draw, let's be honest. Obviously Sanchez in goal. A lot of people picking on Fancy, so they'll hope for a clean sheet. I haven't picked him personally, but I reckon he will get the clean sheet point and get a 0-0 draw. Next up, Crystal Palace v Chelsea. And what a transfer window Crystal Palace have had. We'll start off with them. Elise from Reading, heard great things about him. Gray from Chelsea, I think he was at Swansea last season, obviously looked pretty decent. Anson from Lyon, he was at Fulham last season, great player. So yeah, defensively they were poor last season, Palace. They've improved that a lot. I think it may take a few games to for them to get more chemistry together. And then Chelsea, I'm not sure if Lukaku will play. He's practically signed, same as Varane. Not sure he'll play. I don't think he will. I think he'll be on the bench even if he does sign by then. But I've still backed Chelsea to win. They played in the Super Cup yesterday as I'm recording this. They obviously won that on penalties. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Chelsea win. Kai Havertz to score if he plays. As I'm recording this, Chelsea announced the signing of Lukaku. So I'll still back a 1-0, maybe him to score instead of Havertz. This game's a pretty decent one, would have been a few seasons ago anyway. Leicester Wolves, I think it was the first game of the season a few years ago when Wolves got first promoted. That was like a 1-1 draw. I think Leicester's squad has improved since then, and Wolves' squad probably not improved at all despite them only getting promoted that season. Daka coming in, Sumare from Lille, the league and champions, and Bertrand. Great squad depth for them this season, which obviously lacked with injuries last season. Shame about Fofana. Hopefully that injury isn't too serious. They've got another defensive injury as well, but they did well against us last weekend. We should defensively, so I'm going to back a 3-1 Leicester win. I'm going to back Harvey Barnes to score 2 and a Vardy penalty with hopefully Raul Jimenez after his injury he had last season, but probably Moutinho or Neves. Next up, Liverpool Norwich, 5:30 kickoff on the Saturday. I'm looking forward to this game. Won't be able to watch it though, so I don't know why I'm looking forward to it. But I think Norwich have had a great transfer window, to be honest. Billy Gilmore, what a player he is going to be for them this season. Lee Malou. They signed this Greek guy, not going to try and pronounce his name, Tzolis, butchered it. Rashika, I think, would be a great Buendia replacement. Sargent as well, an attacking option, I believe. So yeah, they've had a good transfer window, I think. Liverpool, on the other end, They haven't, I don't think, signed anyone except Kanate, who will be useful for them considering their defensive injuries. But yeah, for Liverpool, only Robertson and Curtis Jones are injured in pre-season. Unfortunate for them. I think Liverpool still win comfortably, 3-0. I'm going to back Salah probably to score 2, maybe a penalty, and then we'll go with Van Dijk on his return. Moving on to 2 Sunday games now. And first one is going to be Newcastle versus West Ham. These two played in the first game of the season last year, and Newcastle managed to win 2-0. And I think Newcastle this season have a very underrated attack. Once they get Joe Willock in, and they've got St. Maximin, Callum Wilson, very underrated striker. He's going to have a great season if he stays fit. And then, yeah, just them 3, Willock, St. Maximin, and maybe Fraser as well, could have a good season. I think that'll help them maybe win this game against West Ham. West Ham, obviously, going to be in Europa League this season. That's not going to affect them for this game. but I think it will throughout the season with the lack of squad depth they have. Only really signed Ariola. I don't even think he'll start to match. I think it'll be Fabianski who starts this game. I'm going to back a Newcastle 2-1 win though, just like they won 2-0 last time. Back a 2-1 though. Antonio will probably score with Callum Wilson and Joe Willock if he plays. If not, Callum Wilson will score too. And then the final game, the big one, Tottenham versus Man City, my team. Obviously Jack Grealish coming in, what a signing that is, 100 million. Probably too much, but we weren't going to get him for any less, so I don't really care as long as we have him. No De Bruyne or Foden for this game, unfortunately. Foden's out until September. De Bruyne, I'm not sure when he's back, probably just before that for the third game of the season. And yeah, it's just our lack of striking options. Jesus really our only striker. Torres could play there, but we're going to really struggle there. On the other side, Harry Kane, their striker, could be wanting to join us, so he might not even play. The last time that happened was that 4-3 Champions League game, I believe. He didn't play in a game against us, so this could be a really good game if that happens. They have signed Romero as well to help their defence after Alderweireld, I believe, left. This could go either way. I try not to be as biased as possible. I'm going to sit on the fence for this one. I'm going to go 1-1. The last two games we played at Tottenham Stadium, we lost 2-0, so wouldn't be surprised if we lose, to be honest, but I'll back us to get a draw. We'll go with, don't know, Mahrez and actually Sterling or Mahrez, and we'll go with, we'll go with Son because he usually scores against us. So that is going to be the end of our predictions video. We're going to probably do one for each game week, so if you want to see more of these, hit the like and subscribe button. Premier League predictions will also be out in the next day whenever I upload this, so make sure to subscribe to see that. Thanks for watching this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys from another video very soon. Goodbye.